All right, just a couple of little things I want to talk about with regard to calculators. Obviously you've had a calculator for some time and you probably know how to use it reasonably well. But these are just some things I've noticed. If you're going to use the exponent key, let's just think of a number. 1.6 times 10 to the minus 19. Charge on electron, one we're all familiar with. The way you do it, just 1.6. Use your exponent key, that's the one that's EXP. And then you put the sign, minus 19, and it's done. I bring that up because some kids will they look at that as 1.6 times 10, so they go 1.6, and then they go there to the power of minus 19. Don't do, or times 10 to the power of 19, sorry. So 1.6 times 10, boom, minus 19. They do it like that. You will sometimes get some problems with calculators when you do it that way, so don't do it that way. Use your exponent key. One of the other things, so that's exponent key. Use it. The other thing that you can do with your calculator, to remember, is these calculators can be in degrees or radians, are the two common ones for doing angular measurements. You won't always know. Up at the top on these ones, you've got a little D or a little R. A lot of those Casios don't have it, so you don't know. So a quick way to check if you've got one of those other fancy calculators is just go sine of 30, and sine of 30 should always be 0.5. So if you don't get 0.5, if you get the sine of 30 radians, goodness knows what that is, but it's not going to be 0.5. You know you've got to change the units back into degrees if you're using degrees. So that's a quick check if you can't see quickly. Just go sine 30. If it's 0.5, you're good to go in degrees anyway. What else do we need to remember? What do I see people doing wrong? There's usually an inverse key. That's this one, x to the minus 1. That's used for when you want to divide into 1. So if you have 0.4, for example, and you want to do 1 divided by 0.4, like that, you could go 1 divided by 0.4, of course, which will give you 2.5, but what you can also do is just go 0.4 x to the minus 1, and it gives you 2.5. So that's what that key does there. Dividing, this is a common problem. When you've got maybe two numbers, maybe 2.4 times 1.6 times 10 to the minus 19, and you want to divide that all by, say, 2.3 times 10 to the minus 8 times 1.4 times 10 to the minus 3. How are we going to do that? Now, this often produces some problems with people, because what they do is they do the top line okay. They go 2.4 times 1.6 exponent minus 19, and you could go equals at that stage, not a bad idea. Then they would just go divided by 2.3 exponent minus 8 times 1.4 exponent minus 3 equals, and I can guarantee it's wrong. Right. I see even Year 13s still doing it. You need to put this in brackets. Alright? When you do, so you do the top line, then you open your brackets, this one here, then you write in this bit, then you close your brackets, then you push equals. That is the way to do it, and I'll tell you why. It's like this. Let's see, we've got the top line is 20 divided by 4 times 5. Now we know that should equal 1, right? So let's do it. 20 divided by 4 times 5. And they say it equals 25. What have they done? It's gone 20 divided by 4, which is 5 times 5. You need to put it in brackets. Alright, so that's 20 divided by, open brackets, 4 times 5, close brackets, equal 1. So are we good with that? I hope we are. Those are the real common issues I see people make with their calculators.